Hello again everybody and welcome back to another review. Today I'll be reviewing a figure I've been super excited for, that being Ujindou's SL's Fallschirmjäger Bataillon 600 Downfall of the Reich 1945. As I'm sure you all know by now, I'm a huge fan of German Paris, and what makes this guy even more special is that he's from the SS Battalion 600. The weapons, equipment, and especially uniform come together to make a very unique looking figure. The 500 SS Parachute Battalion, later 600, was the airborne unit of the Waffen-SS. Inspired by the success of the famous Grand Cecil raid, the battalion was formed to be used in similar missions. It constituted about 50% of volunteers from other SS units, with the other half being men from disciplinary units. One of their most famous missions was Operation Rosselsprung, the attempted capture of Joseph Tito. After the failure of the mission, they saw action throughout Northern Europe before being renumbered and reformed into the Battalion 600. They would then participate in Operation Panzerfaust, the Ardennes Offensive, and the final defense of Berlin. Now, let's take a closer look at the figure, shall we? And this is the figure with everything out. Here is the figure itself. His different uniforms, his weapons, equipment, extra hands, headgear, gloves, and grenades. Now let's take a closer look at the figure, starting with the head. As you can see, the head sculpt looks decent. Not as good as the promotional pictures, but that's normal, I would say. As to who it's supposed to resemble, I'm not exactly too sure. If anyone knows, do let me know. And oh yes, of course, the helmet, paratrooper helmet. What's interesting is that he has the SS logo. Not too sure how historically accurate that is, but looks great nonetheless. And his weapon and a grenade pouch. Looks a tad bit small, but maybe that's just me. And his Panzerfaust, his equipment, ammo pouches, his belt, his smock, and his boots. Now let's take a look at the back of the figure. And here's the back of the figure, starting with the head. And his Y strap, his canteen and mess tin, plus bread bag, his entrenching tool, bayonet, and smock with some buttons. Unfortunately, there isn't a way to close the smock to achieve the jump look, which is a real shame, but it still looks nice nonetheless. And here's the figure in an alternate look, this time wearing his jumpsuit. Let's take a closer look. Here is the jumpsuit itself, not that difficult to put on, though it just needs a bit of time. The texture is not is alright. It's quite decent, and now it's stretchy to make assembly easier. Plenty of zips, especially the ones on the ankles are very useful when putting him on. Now let's take a look at the back of the figure. And here's the back of the figure. And here's the figure in an alternate look, this time in simply his camo tunic. Let's take a closer look. As you can see, he's wearing his field cap. Love the insignia over there. His camo field tunic. Very simple and nice. And here's the back of the figure. And these are the weapons the figure comes with. His primary weapon, of course, being the STG-44. Looks great. I think the paint application is just nice, and it's not too heavy nor too light. Next is a Panzerfaust, first for Ujindou if I'm not mistaken. Like the STG is great and has a nice weight to it, made of metal, and it's hard to tell, but there's some sort of weathering on it as well. Not sure if it's intentional or not, but it looks great nonetheless. And he also comes with 2 stick grenades, the late war version, which you don't see with a lot of figures, so that's really nice. All in all, a great figure. Highly recommended for any World War II figure collector out there. I hope in the future Ujindou continues to make more German Paris, maybe one from the Eastern Front or somewhere on the Italian front. That would be great. Anywho, thank you for joining me on today's review, and I hope to see you all again soon. Ciao!